Back in 1975, a gripping crime drama hit the screens, showing the tough side of Los Angeles. This movie is full of surprises that will keep you hooked. But there's more. There are funny, shocking, and sad facts coming up, so stay tuned. Have you ever thought about the first time you saw this film? Or maybe you have a special memory connected to it. Whether it's the first viewing or a memorable moment from the story, Hustle has impacted many. We'd love to hear your stories and memories in the comments below. Share your most special memory or personal experience related to this film. The 1975 movie Hustle had a big impact on popular culture back then. Directed by Robert Aldrich, the film was really well liked for its realistic take on crime. Burt Reynolds and Catherine Deneuve starred in it, and they did a great job. When it came out, Hustle really connected with people and showed how good Aldrich was as a director. It didn't just stay on the screen, it influenced other crime and drama stories too. The movie's influence didn't stop with just the film itself. Some other stuff was made based on its themes and characters. Reynolds and Deneuve's characters became really famous, kind of creating their own movie world. People liked Hustle so much that they started making merchandise for it, like posters and clothes. This stuff was popular because fans wanted to feel closer to the movie. Over time, people made different versions of Hustle, which kept its influence going. Other filmmakers and storytellers took inspiration from its style and characters, helping shape how crime dramas are made. Looking back, Hustle is still an important part of movie history. Its characters, story, and style are remembered by a lot of movie fans, making it a significant movie. Director Robert Aldrich described the film as a rich tapestry of characters with depth. He emphasized the uniqueness of the characters, which he believed distinguished the movie from others in the police genre. One notable character choice was making the call girl French, a decision Aldrich attributed to his perception of American audiences' acceptance levels. Feminist critics criticized this choice, highlighting it as one of the few alterations Aldrich persuaded the writer to make. Allmovie.com characterized the film as a hard-edged neo-noir, emphasizing its gritty and contemporary take on the genre. Throughout, the character's complexity and the film's distinct style shine through, making it a noteworthy entry in the genre. In the movie, Burt Reynolds took the lead role with Catherine Deneuve in a supporting role. Fred Willard appeared as an interrogator. The plot centers around Reynolds, who portrays a cop, and Deneuve, who plays a call girl. Notably, Reynolds also starred as a cop opposite Liza Minnelli, who portrayed a call girl in a later film called Rent-A-Cop. The movie's cast and storyline garnered attention from audiences, with Reynolds and Deneuve's performances being particularly noteworthy. The film's exploration of the dynamic between law enforcement and the underworld adds depth to its narrative. Overall, Hustle presents a compelling portrayal of crime and justice, with strong performances from its lead actors. In the movie Hustle, Hollinger, portrayed by Ben Johnson, watches a football match between the Rams and the Vikings at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. The game took place on November 24, 1974, and the Rams emerged victorious with a score of 20-17. Ernest Borgnine and Eddie Albert, both cast members of Hustle, had previously appeared together in another film released earlier the same year, The Devil's Rain. Burt Reynolds and Catherine Bach, also part of the cast, reunited later in Cannonball Run Roman 2, released in 1984. Hustle brings together a cast with previous connections, showcasing their talents in this crime drama. Ben Johnson and Eileen Brennan, who previously worked together in The Last Picture Show, shared the screen again in Hustle. The original promotional artwork for the film featured a red silhouette of a woman's body, subtly integrated into the letter E of the title. This image symbolizes a dead body, aligning with the movie's crime narrative. During its release, Hustle competed with another Burt Reynolds movie, Lucky Lady, both premiering in U.S. theaters on Christmas Day. Hustle, a police crime story, unfolds alongside this parallel release. In 1975, Burt Reynolds starred in a film directed by Robert Aldrich. Reynolds and Aldrich went to Paris to convince Catherine Deneuve to join the cast. She was known for not liking rehearsals, but eventually agreed to the role. Before working together, Reynolds and Deneuve watched the French movie A Man and a Woman, which inspired their characters. Despite never collaborating before, Deneuve and the director of the French film, Claude Lelouch, later worked together on other projects. Their first movie after Hustle was Second Chance, followed by Us Too. The film is described as a modern film noir by Time Out, giving Reynolds and Deneuve a role model from a man and a woman. In the movie, Burt Reynolds drives a 1973 Ford Mustang convertible. It was Ernest Borgnine's sixth and final film for Robert Aldrich. Eileen Brennan also appeared in another Burt Reynolds picture released in the same year, titled At Long Last Love. The film captures the essence of its era with its portrayal of characters and settings. The red sports car adds a touch of style to the scenes featuring Hustle. Borgnine's performance in the film is notable, marking the end of his collaboration with Aldrich. Brennan's presence further enriches the cast, adding depth to the narrative. Together, they contribute to the overall atmosphere of the movie, making it a memorable viewing experience for audiences. Hustle, a 1975 movie, features an uncredited walk on part by Asian actor Harold Fong. Produced by Robert Aldrich and Burt Reynolds under their Robert Company, it marks the second and final collaboration between star actor Burt Reynolds and director Robert Aldrich. Their earlier film, The Longest Yard, also starred Eddie Albert and was a box office hit. However, Hustle turned out to be a box office flop. Despite its shortcomings, the movie remains an interesting piece in the careers of Reynolds and Aldrich, showcasing their collaborative efforts in the realm of filmmaking. Catherine Deneuve, famous for her role in Belle de Jour, skillfully plays a call girl in the movie. In the 1970s, she openly shared with Photoplay that she often gets deeply into such challenging roles. This ability to play different characters well is one of the key features of her acting career, allowing her to take on many roles with depth and authenticity. Hustle, a film ranked 10th in Gene Siskel's 1975 Top 10 list, stars Ernest Borgnine and Ben Johnson, who became well known through their roles in The Wild Bunch 6 years earlier. In this gripping story, they bring a strong dynamic to their characters, enhancing the storytelling with their experienced performances. The themes explored in Hustle strike a chord with audiences, offering a heartfelt reflection on human nature and society. Through its engaging story and nuanced characters, the film captures viewers' attention, leaving a lasting impact long after it ends. Directed with skill and insight, Hustle stands as proof of the lasting power of movies to provoke thought and stir emotions. In summary, Catherine Deneuve's performance and the outstanding acting of the cast elevate Hustle to a great film, loved by audiences and critics alike for its engaging storytelling and memorable characters. This lasting influence secures its place in the history of film. Burt Reynolds starred in a number of films where he portrayed roles like cops, agents, or detectives. One common feature among these movies is their single-word titles. Examples include Fuzz, Shamus, Stick, Heat, Raven, Malone, and Rent-A-Cop. Released in 1975, Hustle is one such film. Directed by Robert Aldrich, it follows a detective investigating a murder case involving a prostitute. Reynolds plays the role of Lieutenant Phil Gaines, while Catherine Deneuve portrays Nicole Britton, a woman with ties to the victim. The plot unfolds as Gaines navigates through the complexities of the case, facing obstacles and moral dilemmas along the way. The film explores themes of corruption, deception, and the blurred lines between justice and personal gain. Hustle received mixed reviews upon its release, but has since gained recognition for its gritty portrayal of urban crime and compelling performances by its cast.